Okay, this is Coach Selby here, stretch expert. Just wanted to check in real quick. I've been getting some emails, and I'm going to answer these questions while I have a window of opportunity to do it. So, what I would suggest that you all who want to get better is learn the body. This is all the muscles in each of these joints: shoulder joint, neck joint, wrist joint, um, the joints of the knee, the joints of the ankle. All of these different joints have range of motions. This is the range of motion of the shoulder from the back. This is the range of motion from the elbow. This is the range of motion for the hips, pelvic girdle, hips and pelvic. And thumb has a range of motion. And then here are the muscles. Muscles on the front of the body. Okay? They all have a range of motion. Got to get familiar with what you're working with. Now, somebody asked me, why are they getting belly fat? The main reason you're getting belly fat is because your colon is too full of crap. Okay? So basically, you're constipated. When people have big bellies, they're usually constipated. And one of the things to do with that is to get more water-rich foods in your body, more fruits and vegetables. Watermelon would be great. Here are the muscles of the back of the body. Okay? You got muscles all along the back of your body, and each of those muscles have a range of motion. Okay? And this is a chart that just shows the distortion of when people have humpback or when people have postural challenges. Now, here's something that is really interesting. Is how the feet. You ever see how people walk with slew-footedness, or they walk with their feet out? All this is telling you what's going on in your body. Shoulders are leaning over. This stuff is important as an athlete for you to begin to zero in on. So if you got a pop belly, for example, that probably means your low back is being stressed. Okay, your abdominal muscles are weak, and you need to begin to strengthen your abdominal muscles. And that's for every athlete. I was watching Ray Lewis yesterday work out. His workout in one day is more than what people do in 1 week. Okay, so he works out 2 to 4 hours a day, okay, 6 days a week. The brother is committed to his high level of performance out on the playing field. And you too can do that. All right, so you got to mix your workouts up. Some days you do squats. Next time you come back in, you might do cleans. Next time you come back in, you might do squats again, or you might do the bear. You got to figure out, make yourself 3 or 4 basic workouts. So you got to deal with building up the larger hip muscles, and you got to work on the chest muscles, and you got to work on the back muscles. And develop 3 or 4 different workouts, because you got to keep your body off guard. It's like if I'm playing basketball, I'm not going to always come up the court using my right hand all the time. Sometimes I'm going to use my left hand. Sometimes I'm going to cross over. So you got to mix your workouts up just like you mix your trainings up. The best diet that I've found is a vegetarian diet. Okay? When you can stay away from meat, you're going to improve. You're going to get lighter, your digestion's going to improve, your concentration's going to improve, and your ability to be stronger is going to improve. For example, the gorilla. The gorilla is the strongest animal on the planet, and they're all vegetarian. So if you can't be vegetarian, at least consider eating more fruits and vegetables in your diet. And as an athlete, you need to drink at least 1 gallon of water a day. When you're not drinking 1 gallon of water a day, you're going to have low back problems, you're going to be constipated, you're going to be stiff. It just isn't worth it. The best basketball camps that I've found, I mean, I like them all. But 5 Star is good, Gannon Baker is good, Sarge gives a camp that's good, Yes I Can camp, that's John Sarge Sears. Yes I Can camp is good with Stan Kellner. Billy Donovan camp is great. Nike camp, ABC camp. So it depends on you and where you live
what your budget is, and what you're willing to do. That's pretty much the best camp. And then it still boils down to what you are doing daily. Okay, what's your routine? What's your strength routine? What's your stretch routine? What's your cardio routine? And what's your, if it's your sport, what are you doing in your sport? Okay? Static stretching versus active stretching. For me, it's a no-brainer. I've seen no sport where you got to hold like this for 30 seconds. Even when you're lifting weights, you're moving through a range of motion from 4 to 6 seconds. So with active isolated stretching, you're stretching for 2 seconds, 1 to 2 seconds, and you're releasing the muscle. Increases your blood flow, and it's going to increase your range of motion. So I'm a guy that totally believes in active isolated stretching over static stretching and over ballistic stretching. Ballistic stretching is where you're bouncing. Okay, active stretching is where you are coordinating with your mind what you get in your body to do. Okay, and that's the same thing that you will do with your sport. You're controlling your body with your mind so that you can do certain things. Okay, Kobe is great at it. Kevin Durant is great. Most pro athletes are good at controlling their body. Okay. And active stretching, for me, is the way that I would help them increase their performance and recover from injuries, okay? And preventing injuries. What's the best training for me that I like? I like sprints. I think sprints are the best way to get in shape. You got 40-yard sprints, 60-yard sprints, 100-yard sprints, 400-yard sprints, 800-yard sprints. If you really want to get in shape, I would suggest doing 1 to 2 mile warm-up or 1 mile warm-up and then do some functionals and then do sprints. Sprints. Because that's how the game is run. The game is run on accelerating and decelerating. So the stretching, again, helps you to be able to accelerate and decelerate. So I'm like a guy that believes in sprinting. Uphill sprinting is great, because it's going to work all of those backside muscles. I sent out an email the other day about the importance of building the back of the body, the gluteals, the hamstrings, and the gastrocs. They all need to be worked so that you have no injuries, no hamstring pulls, and it's going to give you power for when you're jumping. And what's the best, water or Gatorade? I would definitely say water. If you need to drink Gatorade, do it. But the best drink is going to be water or fresh orange juice. Tang is good. There's some other sports drinks that definitely have better rating out there than Gatorade. And the other thing about whey causes serious mucus. It congests the body up, and it also kind of sticks to the joints. So it's not one of the best foods to put in your body. And I'm just suggesting that you do the research and you find out for yourself. But whey is definitely not one of my favorite products. I would definitely suggest that people do digestive enzymes, and there's some raw-based protein drinks out there that are really good. So anyway, that's pretty much an overview of the questions that I got. So one of the things that I'm suggesting that you do is you get yourself familiar with where you live in. You live in a body, so get familiar with it. Later.